The harder it is, I feel like the better he is. So let's see how he slots in. This will be an interesting one to watch.
I'm all for it, man. We were hitting some pretty sick individual form on the opening map. So let's see how crazy things can get here 50 some odd stories up. It's a long way down, both figuratively and literally, to the lower bracket. Oh, Kenny, give me more of that. Nexa, he's gonna get, ooh. Oh no, it was Nexa's kill, okay. Sometimes they look way too crisp, but what the heck? Talk about it. We have Astralis getting completely ripped apart from behind here. The CTs with the quick flank and the quicker headshots. Crisp as all can be.
No space. That was awesome. I mean, first quick.
Want to watch it again?
Yeah. Let's go. Watch this replay. Nexa hunting them down. A few quick headshots, and yeah, they just suffocated them, really. No space at all. You love to see that level of confidence. I think Nexa can carry on this map. It's definitely a map that's very good for him. For me personally, the most interesting player is Almanac on G2, especially on their T sides. This is the map where I think he adds the most value, one of the most values of any player on any map. Watch for the mid B lurks as well as a lot of the A ramp utility that he'll use. This is where I think he shows how versatile he really can be. And we'll see more about that in the second half.
Frag grenade goes deep. Could be on the money. Nice. 90 damage on that one. As if it wasn't already hard enough with 5 Glocks and nothing else to work with. Hunter's gonna make a lot of money if he has it his way. 2 kills with the MP9 and make it a third. A full house from the Kovacs.
Keep your distance. That's it. They lock it up. Let's see what the buy's going to be like. That's very nice. I mean, no casualties, plus lots of money made on the MP9s. As good as it can be for a start. If there's going to be a way for G2 to win this game, it'll be with the pistols and clean conversions. So AKs are bought up here for Astralis. There are no ops in play just yet. It's too early for that. And let's see if they can tear through this bonus round. They know exactly what G2 have. So let's see how they approach it. Magic's going to be here just about every single round, holding for the mid push. And usually it's Dupree underneath the B stairs. But this time it looks like he's with Device, either looking for a boost or just allowing Device to take up this position. This is kind of how Dupree would play it, so I wonder what the idea is here.
Flash for the peak. Gotta be cautious with that construction hold.
Ooh, this is an enormous amount of space being created. I mean, almost even if Glaive dies at this point, he's done a lot, but he even gets a kill.
Let's see if he can cut anybody else out of the equation. Amanek's gonna tuck to the close corner. Glaive's still right there, uncontested, and slowly but surely, we have Astralis also working up from the B ramp. There is another player where Glaive just died. Amanek upgrades, but Magis takes the place of Glaive and delivers another couple kills. A clean sweep of the B site from Astralis, hinging off of Glaive. He was up in middle, making more space than time.
There's no other way to put it than Glaive won the round right here. He gets the first kill, but he also gets one of the B defenders, and then the trade comes out very late, and Almanac is put in danger as well. Magis comes out for the 2 refrags, and that's it. Now, Astralis' T side on this map is terrifying because of how they prod A and B at the same time. This last round, we saw the 2 players who would be separated, Device and Dupree, working both on B this time around, so want to see if the game plan has evolved coming out of 2020 for their T rounds, but the way that Dupree put it was like, sometimes you feel like the map is just kind of random, whether it works or not. And I think after like looking at why for them, it's just because they rely on just like an individual to open up one side of the map or the other, and then they feed off of that energy. But tactically, they don't really just go into full executes. It's really just about grinding out that map control, forcing an engagement, and then trying to take the 5v4 into an execute later on. But not really ever just skipping that part. It's just too easy to eat the B nades and the A nades to do anything all too quickly on this map.
They could just walk into this B site. They're completely free. Nothing will stop them whatsoever. Amanek, hell, I mean, he's playing not even on construction, but the middle side of the sandbags. So all of this can be taken at 0 cost. They go for the Molotov to just make sure that this close wooden wall is clear. Dupree boosts up and over, expecting maybe some sort of presence, but maybe G2 can scramble their way back over fast enough. It feels to me like this is just going to transition into the immediate save. I mean, to see them lose these rifles, having such little utility for a retake and no kits, just let it slide and hope to make a round win in the 5th.
You notice how Dupree jumped and then missed the jump? I wonder if he did that on purpose. In case there's someone sitting at the wood wall, because you're always going to see their head jumping. So if he misses the jump, then they spam and he's not sitting up on the boost. I wonder if he... Oh, maybe watch for that again in another default, see if he tries it. But, of course, you do give away the audio cue. But on the plus side, they find an empty site. And nobody responding to his presence.
No, just that one kill versus Amanek. Thought he could maybe peek through elevator, and oh, is he wrong.
Terrorists win.
Kenny sitting next to the cans. This one slips through. Astralis, easy second round. Literally 0 contest on that B site. Literally.
It was like that. It's like Malik's chair. He's actually on a chair behind Nico. He's sitting on a chair beside like the mini fridge or something.
Next to the solar panels.
In the solar panel room. All right, Amanek pushing up with just a USB. He's just the info gatherer, the reporter. He's the paper boy. Okay, he's not a threat at all. He's the informant. He's just trying to get some information to share it.
Everybody else has guns. He's just got a wooden stick.
For the local newspaper. He just wants an interview.
This is going to be more of the same?
Yeah, I guess so. There's no one here, so... Okay, let's see if he misses that jump again. Or I guess here they're going... Yeah, they do. They do. Oh, they do it just to get the... Well, just to get up. But I think what was different last time was he stayed crouched underneath so that... So it did make a sound. But I don't know if the other guy just didn't uncrouch. So we don't know. Well, that's it. Groundhog
Day.
Day.
Exciting game, huh? What's going on
You
here?
still like Vertigo?
Well, at least there hasn't been smoke spam.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah, that's on the other side of the map. When they finally go to the A site, that's what we'll get.
If there's no smoke fan, something's wrong, for sure.
Oh, Vertigo. It's a love-hate relationship.
As a troll, or maybe just for real, they should just finish the construction. Let's see what the final product looks like.
Right? I mean, that's the beauty of Vertigo. It would be such an easy map to make changes to.
Yeah, it could be evolution.
Slowly constructed. Eventually, it'll be 53 floors.
That'd be sweet. Yeah, and then they can have a half-built 53rd floor.
Terrorists win.
Take 1,900 damage for falling off the 53rd floor instead of 1,836. Okay, here it is. The execution, the dry run with the smooth on to the B site. Beautiful stuff. They clear all the angles. Everybody that they need to kill is dead, and that's one of the bag. G2 don't even know what hit them.
You think we'll get the kills this round, Launders?
Maybe some smoke spams this round.
I think we'll get some kills this time. You know, alternatively, they could also, because of all the bomb explosions, take the building down a few floors and take Astralis down a few pegs as Nexa will throw himself at the bottom of the B steps to get this opening kill. Finally, a little bit of resistance coming through from G2. Oh, but he gets caught. Smoke spam. Glaive catching him on the retreat.
Did he see him?
I don't think so.
Couldn't have seen him at all, right?
Look at that smoke, man. That's a full smoke.
We know what Glaive does with smoke. Doesn't
3 Cs.
Doesn't care about smokes. Okay, they'll wrap up the stairs. Still 2 CTs here to fight. And, okay, they smartly retreat. They even drop a smoke as well. That was very close. But, yeah, this approach fails. Could have turned into a full-on B hit, but instead, they push for a position at mid at least. Nico's got this far back angle, but... Or is that... Sorry, is that Hunter? I'm not even sure. Oh, it's Nico's over on the A site.
Hunter's just behind him. Basically on top of one another. Hunter's going to be the front runner. And Nico's going to hang on to the blue boxes. Hunter plays next to the crane inside of the smoke. Kenny S gets a kill elsewhere on the map, so it is very much this three-man cohort you see on your screen for the T's. Astralis being cut down one after another. There is an answer from Magisk, but he loses so much HP in the process that things are looking tricky. And Amanek all the while getting closer step by step. Fake plant from Magisk draws out Kenny into the kill, and sure enough, it is then Magisk to fall here. So G2 tying up at 3 rounds apiece the moment they throw something at the base of B.
Yeah, because I guess they were just saving, so they just played it full pacifist mode. The last round they had a gun, but then they just saved when they had one person on B, just really anticipating a lot more A hits. And the anti-eco call is very smart for Astralis, but yeah, as you mentioned, as soon as they start to catch on to the fact that it could be a B default in the beginning, they are well rewarded.
Yeah, and as soon as they have the utility to do something about it, you can't throw Nexa down there without Molotovs and smokes, hence why they were playing A on those half saves. So once you've got the tools for the job, you can apply. And oh, did they ever. Same situation, same setup here for G2.
Yeah, I'm actually really curious how Astralis want to approach this. See, you know, you want to deny a push, but you're also kind of upset. Maybe Dupree wants to go in and try to work that. I think this is a really important part of G2's game plan because this was the space that's always given to Astralis versus most of their other opponents. This area around the staircase. So G2 making this a focal point of their game plan. The only issue is the amount of resources. They're giving up 2 players to spot this. Hunter takes a little bit too much damage there. And yeah, Nexus still around. They're starting to make a decision to come back towards B. God, this is such a good call. Look at the timing on this.
Leaves just in time. Dupree, hell of a headshot, and can't quite catch the second. Nexa gonna stand his ground a little bit. 40 HP, and he does significant damage into Glaive, where Kenny then cleans up shop. Re-peeks around the side of green. He's got utility trickling in, making him feel a bit uncomfortable. Drops the frag on the dead body of Glaive. Little tidbit of damage, but oh,
he's
nice,
fast.
Kenny.
He is fast.
Good angle just on the side of the green box. Device blocks off that line of sight and has to plant this bomb. He's hoping Magisk can run up fast enough to try and help him because he's already taking damage, but Device pops up over the orange boxes. Nico is right there on the side of the wall, but Device hangs on for now. Magisk now in position. Takes that front runner slot, lets Device fall back, put a little bit more distance between him and the bomb, and the retake is coming in strong. It's gonna be a run boost. Hunter thrown past the scope, and it works, but oh, the collateral from Magisk falls onto Kenny. He's on top of the bomb. Time's ticking quick, and Magisk, he's got this in the bag. Astralis with the 1-round lead.
Oh, with the clothesline. Kenny gets away, headshot with the USP, but he won't be able to save. He's dead. That's 10 dead, but a round for Astralis, and a 2v3 post plan on the B site is a rarity. That is not an easy round to win. Post plants on most maps, even in 2v3, might give a slight edge to the Ts, but on this map, such a high percentage of CT rounds are won on the retake, even in even numbers. So this one's going to very much sour the mood for G2, I would assume. 4-3, and it causes a save. Critical moves by Magisk.
Props to the run boost. Cool way to kind of throw off the
Nice consolation prize.
op of Device. Had they not then lined right up for Magisk, would have been a nifty way to retake. Desert Eagle's not a good look for G2. We'll see if they can sprinkle some magic on this 8th round. They are very much clumped up towards this A site, so that's sort of working out for them, but Device wastes no time. Easy 2K, almost the 3rd. Hunter retreats, and the bomb is now planted. Dupree watches for the flank, and that kills Kenny. So sure enough, a 5th T round for Astralis early on.
And on the bright side for Astralis, you know, another very clean anti-eco. Definitely high potential for the CTs to get lots of damage in, even pull off ecos on this map. It's very hard to rotate back and forth between A and B because of how quiet you have to be the whole time. And because of that, anti-ecos can get very scary if you pick the wrong site with not enough time remaining. So, okay, is there a chance for crispy little hacker 1D here from Almanac? He won't find one.
Fadeaway P250 or death by bomb.
Does go down for the cause. It's it's a slow grind. There's a lot of respect across the board between these two teams, and you can see why. I think they're definitely both putting up a big fight. This is really just about not losing hope for either side, and I think Astralis have the benefit right now of just, you know, being able to be in pole position, plus gathering money on these anti-ecos. And Zipix looks like he's got some ideas. It's not every day you see him talk.
No.
The chems.
Sometimes I feel like they forget he's there.
I know there's a lot going on upstairs for Zipix. Maybe so much they just like too much to put into words.
He talks to himself more than his teammates.
Yeah, he's like, these fools.
Yeah. But Astralis off of G2's pause, sharing some words of their own, but no real mistakes to be figuring out at the moment. G2, however, back in with their buy. Og on Amanek, Op on Kenny S.
Wow, it's so even. Like the kills, it's like low. Like you would say any of these like stat lines is pretty low, but every single player has that many kills, so they're kind of really going toe-to-toe. This match is definitely closer than it appears. We'll still see. You know, it's really just about who has got the composure right now. Next is going to spot some competition at mid. The rotations are going to be hasty over towards mid, and it looks like they don't realize he was spotted as well. He just comes back into the fight, calls for his teammates to come and help him, and even goes out for some more.
Solid play from Nexa there. I love the fact that he gives chase into that mid play. You could see him on the retreat. Could not escape the death, and bomb on top of it. So all three of the players towards middle, picked apart by Nexa and Nico.
I think if we do it mic'd up for this game, that would be a cool one to hear from him and his teammates, what the information was and how he called it. The approach was just perfect. Kenny S goes for a timing shot. Gets drilled through the yellow, but he doesn't die. And they have the bomb.
Yeah.
So I don't have a way to play it.
Tough crossfire. Kenny's on that angle. Nico's ready to wide swing if Hunter actually needs someone to help, but that is not the case. Once G2 have their hands on that bomb, they tighten their grip, and Astralis, despite walking through the B site, cannot take them back. So here's Nexa's play. I thought he was going to get caught as he jumps up there. He was in the process of jumping. Glaive gets half his health off, and this was cool. Chasing down the third kill in mid, Magus could not run away fast enough.
So I was wondering if Glaive saw him when he was shoulder peeking, because the way Glaive was walking up, I was like, does Glaive even realize that Nexa could peek him right now? And then, yeah, that timing almost was not even in Nexa's favor. But yeah, it works out well for him, and he calls the cavalry in just in time. So yeah, another very, very, very tight round from that perspective. We've got Zipix working the A site, and the rest of them going towards B. It's been a varied game plan, but kind of interesting. It's been a lot less to do with A than it has to do with either mid or B this game, which is something that's a little bit new. And interesting. Retake. Wow, they're going for the double deuce. The retake smoke here, this is going to put a lot of pressure on the T's to get out of there. CTs stay alive. There's some good damage. But I don't know who I'd rather be right now, because we cross a minute, and the T's might be a bit stirred up about the fact that they got pushed out of this position with that re-smoke.
See G2 moving towards the A site fast enough. Whether or not Astralis knew there was two players on that position, man, I think they get extra bang for their buck from that frag grenade. That is the reason that half of G2's players are so low. Molly here at the feet of the sandbags, extinguished by Hunter. Nico can hang on to his smoke in case that next Molotov also is destined for him. But Dupree with a bit of a curveball. Pickup kill on Amanek. Nexa back of the B bomb site, playing from quad. Not the best position, but if he just keeps his face in it, then he has backs turned. He's spotted. Oh. Yeah, Magisk finding him over the side of it. Kenny S, op shot, bomb plant from Dupree, but Hunter, he's helping out, and there's no plant because he comes off of it. Now there's only 8 seconds, and this means Device has to stick the plant or come in with these kills. And Nico,
he just has to stay alive.
Down. He just has to live. No time for the bomb plant. That's so damn close. But G2 and Nico will prevail.
And this is actually a very tense game. So close. If he even loses that duel, that's it, of course. Last person alive, but no time to stick it again. Device needed to get off and just go for the duel straight up.
And they would have had Nico
in that moment.
Sandwiched. The way Nico had to turn back and kill the guy on construction, in this moment right here, Nico is so exposed to the peak, but Device thought maybe he had the plant. It's all in the hands, baby.
Mr. Mime right there. I'll choke underwater again.
I'll try. Don't be so funny. That was Mr. Mime.
It's actually a pretty good map. Honestly, hated
It's starting
it
to crank up. Okay, dude, those first few rounds were like the most boring thing I've ever seen.
Dude, empty sites with full executes.
Yeah. 4 rounds later. And we're actually into the game now. So 10 rounds deep in this first half, and things are getting interesting.
And it's not, there hasn't been a single slow A ramp crawl. Been
Barely
one
any
kind of
smoke spawn.
fast one.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, 2021 Vertigo looking good. Shaping up.
Mr. Mime. Oh, that's good stuff. Speak of the devil. Looking to work those magic fingers, Kenny. Ooh, pressured from both sides. Don't tell me the pistols prevail. They've got Mac 10s and an AK in the mix, and sure enough, things working out. Hunter gonna shave one off in middle. Man advantage here for Astralis and a bomb plant on this B site, but Amanek, his position unknown, and he doubles into it. Both Zipix and Glaive taken out of it, and he already has an understanding that Dupree's cut off. That Molotov guarantees them a defuse if they just jump on it.
Don't even stick. They should be. They're so
They could have
confident it's
defused.
the A ramp. Plus, that smoke is going to expire. Do not let Dupree back into this round.
No way. Now he's going to stick it. He gets the defuse through in the end, but this round could have been done 10 seconds sooner. I guess, you know, play it safe in case Dupree managed to get in front of that Molotov. I think the smoke at the top of the stairs is what creates that
Yeah,
uncertainty.
there's a second one. Yeah, I didn't see that. So this is such a sick round from Almanac. He's in jeopardy for 1 second because he gets dinked here, which I think I'd call that even unlucky because he set this up perfectly. He knows they're coming his direction. He could have peeked for the guy planting the bomb, but didn't know about the second guy or the third, so didn't know if there was one flanking, holding that from the stairs, and just was really smart about the way he approached that. Loved that play, and this is a lead now for G2. You know, there's Astralis on cruise control there for a second, but G2 have now really disrupted their plans.
Deagles. In abundance. And Dupree starts off with a headshot.
He's really just beating the recoil there.
Flash towards middle. Nico gonna have to avoid it for a moment. Comes in though with a headshot versus Glaive and then goes back to alley-oop himself.
Alley-ooped himself. So nasty. Man, with a FAMAS. You know, he's got some of the best spray accuracy of any pro. I mean, it wouldn't even a stat to tell you that, right? But... Ooh.
Still 2 kills though.
Is the print stream falling out of favor at all? Are people still using it a lot?
Nah, man, people are still all about it. Just wait until the following print stream guns get added. I mean, that's definitely going to be like another, like the Asimovs and the Neo Noirs. Like,
Right.
it's coming in big.
Yeah. But like the Asimovs, is the original going to be the best one?
Possibly. That Deagle is slick, but the 5 Deagles of Astralis not smooth enough to rob this round away. Still 2 kills. Can be happy with that. But a 7th round for G2 now as they win 4 in a row. They are 1 away from being on fire as this CT side comes to a close.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had fun so far picking this apart and seeing there's just so much tension even within the rounds and seeing how even the kill distribution is. Apart from, I guess, Zipix right now having a bit of a struggle, and Nico starting to pull ahead a little bit. So having a great time on Vertigo so far. And I mean, the fact that he can control this long line at mid all by himself is a little bit scary for Astralis, but finally he'll get taken out, no kill, and it's Device to do it, the Hitman. Been a contract out on Nico in this series. Finally, it's been fulfilled. And Kenny S sometimes looked uncomfortable on Vertigo, honestly. I think early days Vertigo, he was amazing.
Yeah.
See if he can have some impact here. Ooh, looking very uncomfortable for some reason.
Ooh, because they're shooting him through the walls. I think he really kind of crafted some of the early CT peaks down ramp, right? He had some nasty angles, but then everybody learned them, and it kind of fell out of favor. It's tough to start peeking around that short shelf as well. Got to get into the combat opping. What do you think are in these backpacks? Look at all these guys got backpacks, Launders.
Explosives.
Explosives. And money. Molly's popping on the B site. We're right back to where the T site started. Empty B sites. Even in the 4v5 with guns, there is nobody here to stop Astralis.
I think there's definitely still going to attempt, though. Here, yeah, I had a great shot. That's the bomb down. And they okay, yeah, they come in from the wrong direction. There's Almanac on the other side, I believe. Nexa dies on the flank. Almanac now coming in, and he wins his duel straight up.
Big trade frag.
3v2, and this threat that just looms over their head from the flight. Okay, guys. Trying to take this seriously on that.
Device, he's going to keep it serious because he needs to create space for the post plant, and Kenny, a single shot will take him, but the USP gets the better of it. 5 health on Kenny S, who did a great job of chewing up those little angles. And Kenny S now on top of the bomb. He's going to stick this defuse. Zipex not peeking, down to the second. And of course, that internal clock. That's why the man talks to himself, because he's got this under wraps. At Astralis, keep it within 1. But these shots right here by Kenny, they had a completely evacuated bomb site. He catches the bomb carrier, anticipates the green peak, gets out before anybody can trade him, and even wins this pistol duel.
So nice.
To give himself a chance.
Yeah, that's the only reason they were even close to winning the round, and it did bring him really, really close, but he had to do everything. End to end. The opening kills and the clutch. It was just a bit too much to ask. USP is again here for G2. Somehow managed a lead, even though I feel like Astralis have won a high percentage, or gotten a high percentage of anti-eco rounds.
Well, they stack up on the appropriate site. The player from the sandbags distracts Nexa, so Zipex slips in with a kill. And then all of a sudden they walk away from that, not feeling too comfortable with such presence. And again, the B site's open. Happens.
Are they going to take it?
Well, they're going to hear the rotate, because on Vertigo, you can hear everything. This is definitely the map where I feel like you have to walk more than anywhere else. For good reason. Astralis off of that call will slip this one into the A site. You think about how many times they've been conditioned to run over to the B site empty. It was only a matter of time before things were switched up. Good calls here by Astralis to guarantee a 7th round. The last question is, who takes this lead as we close the first 15?
Yeah, it's a great question. And based on how well both teams have played, it's hard to say. I feel like we've got a tie game. I think G2 have actually played a little bit better. And we've got the opening rounds for Astralis, which actually boosts them up a little bit. But they also have shown their game plan is quite strong. It's just the individual Nico is very, very good here. I think this is an unknown quantity for them as well. Zonic has mentioned that when they watch demos, they watch a lot about the star player, because that player has the most space, so that's like their primary threat in a lot of the games. So, you know, watching someone like Nico would be hard to prepare for this match, considering they wouldn't be able to see him in any officials on this map.
Final round, let's see it. Again, we get that early A presence and smoke grenades exchanged. There's already a little group of Astralis players feeling out the B steps. And there's only one player in position to defend this. It's Amanek. He throws an incendiary down at the feet of the B players, and that actually has them kind of scattered. This position's been called out by Astralis, though, previously with grenades. We saw like 100 damage done between the 2 CT standing here, and that's definitely a threat. Imagine they open up the site with utility, but instead, it's going to be the duel given towards Device and Zipex. Kenny S looking to trade back with his op, but he just unscoped as the chance was his. Does hit the shot regardless.
They're so invested on A ramp. They don't have any info mid. They don't get the first trade on the ramp as well. So even though it's coming towards A, they're going to be a bit scared of this. But here, oh, what?
What a headshot. Zipex follows up. And now he's finding his impact here in the waning round of this first half. Device focused towards short shelf. And there's Nexa. These offers are just getting their heads taken straight off. And Nexa's kills, these are crucial. Buys time for Amanek to get over, but the bomb just ejected back down ramp. They could straight up leave.
Well, Dupree's flanking.
Full B control here for Astralis.
Yeah, it's open now, but they kind of have to run. Now the CTs can come barreling back, which means the footsteps will actually not work in their favor, especially the amount of time left on the clock. And this is a free beat for Dupree. It seems like, man, it came close. Almanac almost winning that, but this is the bomb getting planted now, 1v3, and this pest that was just spotted a few seconds ago. He'll get eliminated, but still low odds here, very low HP for Nexa. He's got to first find his opponents and also kill them.
Yeah. AI puts this at 7%. 40 HP for Nexa. He would need the ace 1v3.
Call him Will Smith if he wins.
He's got the smoke grenade to cover up the bomb. Doesn't have a kit currently on him, so at this point it seems impossible, and Glaive will make it so. Despite G2's best efforts in that spree of 4-round wins, it's Astralis to close with a trio of rounds and push this 8-7.
You going in the pool?
Yeah.
Someone take him out.
Nice life.
Yep. Damn, getting flanked.
That's gonna
Getting
be,
flanked.
bro. Get flanked.
The first time I've died in someone's face.
Oh.
Whoa, Art. You going in the pool?
Yeah.
Someone take him
Oh,
out.
I cannot see you guys from there.
Oh, what's up, dog?
Spawn camp.
Oh, maybe this small pool works.
Let's go, 1,000.
Que outra?
If I lose this one.
Oh, that was a little faster. Que outra? Que outra? Que outra?
Whoa, Art, that was a couple more bullets than just a one tap.
Knife in the pool. Knife in the pool. Who wants a knife in the pool? I'm in there.
You're dead, bro. Oh, no, they,
Sorry, man.
Oh,
they hit me a lot.
that is. Yeah. Someone just executing us.
No,
Alright,
no,
meet you
shoot
there.
me. No, 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 no. You hit me.
Alright, wait.
Sorry, I
Come
got
on,
scared. You hit me
Wait,
three
Alright,
times.
I'm coming. Right here.
Wait.
Hit me once. Hit me once.
Okay, let them,
Alright, go.
let them knock.
Oh my god. I suck at knifing, bro. Casey. Oh. Punch. I was on to knife you, but you look at me.
Uh,
Oh, Ellie helps you, bro.
Yeah, my bad.
Get back. Oh,
I backed up to my face.
oh, thank
Behind.
you. No.
So 1 round makes the difference here after the first half of Vertigo. 3 rounds in a row to close from Astralis. We had a fresh looking Vertigo, Launders. That didn't feel like a 2020 Vertigo.
I think, yeah, 100%. It was like Astralis didn't over attack A. It was different. It was well balanced, and they stuck to it. We've seen teams like start off with different game signs in the past and then just fall out.
Yeah.
Just go back to
what worked. Yeah.
just literally put on the dunce cap and run up A ramp over and over again. Just because it's what the map encourages, not because they're stupid, actually. You know, it's just like, unfortunately, it's just what you got to do to win. But Astralis found a way to get a cool half out of not doing that.
Ooh, nice flash. Dupree, he actually makes the most of that. He was just caught jumping beyond the Glock shots. Nexa will trade. So we've got G2 trying to fight their way tooth and nail up this B ramp, but everybody from the CT side is now in position, and there's still more than a minute to play. Let's not get crazy, boys. Sit back and just wait until Astralis unravel this stack on their own.
Yeah, they've got to be suspicious about A. And of course, there's just, you can still push down to deep A or out to mid, but it's just less likely on this map. There's more respect in that regard. So sometimes sitting and waiting or rotating back, it's fine. You don't really feel as the need as much to like go out and clear every single angle. It's a lot scarier to big flank on Vertigo than most other maps. So let's see what's going to happen now. Next, it takes a spot of damage. He's okay to show face. He was here earlier. And he's got a USP, which means, you know, one good shot, and he could really open this whole round up again. Looks like they're going to commit over towards B. And Nico lurking out towards mid is interesting. Might even be a position where he wants to almost duel first. I don't know. He's going to come in a bit later, it looks like.
Pops up, still sees nothing, but I mean, that's very much a ruse. A run boost? Okay. Throws him into the middle of the site, tries to challenge Device, and it's Magis coming back to save it. What a weird situation that was. Astralis cleaning up the kills, but that's a team ace in the end.
That was almost sick. Like, they saw him, and he could have gotten the kill. That would have been pretty cool.
The players are laughing, and Zonic's there like, oh, God.
That was so ugly. Yeah, look, I mean, this is strange because Magis isn't helping, so if his teammate dies, then that could have got turned on. Either way, Astralis lock it down. Another good start in the second half. Bonus round coming up. G2, no investment. Looking for a plant. Deep grenade hits Nico hard. Deep in the bones.
Easy DP control. And that's all you need to keep stuff stacked at A. But Glaive, well, he goes exploring on his own. And it pays off. Not only getting Kenny early, but they've got map control for days, Mohan.
When you have stickers,
Yep.
souvenir stickers like this on devices, Prius, can you inspect his gun for me? If it has two different teams on, is there a reason? It's like the match that they played.
So a souvenir case is dropped at the end of every round.
Yeah.
You get the autograph sticker of the player who was the MVP in the round, the team sticker of the two teams playing, and the sticker for the event.
Okay.
The MVP this round would have been Magis.
Magis.
It's easy versus the Eco, but still 3 frags with the FAMAS and no casualties for Astralis as they take the double digits.
More skins questions later. What will the buy be? Nico instantly purchase up his AK and all the nades. There's no need for an op here. And now you know, we got to see a different style of Vertigo in the first half because Astralis controlled the half. But now G2 get to and shows a different pace. So if their game plan leans towards A, that's what we're going to see a lot more. Hunter here is throwing some grenades, and I think I like G2's T side. It's just about how Nico fits in at this point. I like how Nexa calls on this map. I love Almanac. I'm watching Almanac on this map. I think he's a very interesting player to watch here. He does a hell of a lot, maximizes every second. And again, sometimes an entry, sometimes a lurk. Here it looks like it's a B focus again. Interesting. Stuff seems to have changed a little bit.
Molly down. That's going to kind of frazzle them. They have to smoke it out, and I love the fact that Astralis try to apply that weapon pressure at the same time, but Amanek's ready for the peak. Still, tons of damage done. That, unarguable. It's a matter of getting the second kill on the bomb site. We can see Magisk starting to flirt through the CT spawn. That Molly should bank on to the corner, but there's nobody there. Dupree can still afford to hold this position. More utility being thrown, but none of it on the money. None of it to counter Dupree. We've got the boost up behind the wooden wall. A second player coming upwards as well. But Device, he gets closer step by step, and he takes Hunter off the bottom of the totem pole. This draws players back, but Amanek, in the meantime, can still move forward. Either they chop their way down into the bomb site, or they get wrecked in the pinch. And Kenny S's trade kill gives them 20 seconds to somehow get this bomb down. Xyp9x takes position inside the site. Remember, 2T's low, incredibly so. One of which now removed. Kenny's killed, but still they walk forward, and they expect Device on the flank. However, he's here on construction, and it's spotted, but he can't stop it. Device, 3 kills, and Astralis with an 11.
And that was a great round from Astralis. So many different moments. I'm just like reacting on it. It's like, whoa, oh my god.
Whoa, hey, how?
Xyp9x finds a cool kill. Device repositions that 1v2 and kind of knows what he's running into. Even Nico's waiting for him, misses his first bullet, punished with the FAMAS, but look at all of the nades that get thrown from Astralis at all of these different timings. Like, as soon as it feels like they can actually enter into the site, and the smoke is down here, a cool kill comes out for Almanac a couple of times. And honestly, without Almanac's kills, I think this round falls apart completely. Like, that opening when they threw the nades down and peeked through the grate on the side of the site, that could have been one that just stomped him out. And Astralis' late Molotovs and all these different times is what really made this difficult for G2 to just continue forward, even when they had the man advantage, even when they knew Device was behind them.
Device in a, wow, high pressure situation. Doesn't look at the smoke. Thought they'd start wrapping around the ramp instead. He loses his head. And G2 with a man advantage. Gonna try to keep up the heat here. Use this moment for what it is. Because it all unfolds so fast, the rotates weren't quite in position. And now we get more of the same. A fast A play. And a 5v3 to boot for G2. Glaive's going to extend out from the back of the site. And Dupree, well, he's applying pressure on the flank. Can't manage to get himself a second. Still low health for 2 of the 3 on G2's side.
They look a little bit messy in this post plant. There's some holes here. Everybody's kind of overlapping on the same positions, and that means Magis and Glaive can kind of walk in. This takes attention away from them, and now Glaive can come in for the spray down. There's not enough time. Maybe if he's very fast and he gets this kill, we could talk about jumping on the bomb, but no. Nexus saves the day for G2. However, such nicely played mid-round again. No, Dupree barely missing a spray for that extra kill.
Yep.
We could have had a situation where Glaive peaks sooner when Magis taps the bomb and activates him. It was chaotic, and that's what Astralis are creating, and they're almost flourishing off of it. But, you know, G2 stay strong this round. Now they just got to wrangle up their communication, make sure that they've got their head on straight for this following round, because they kind of are finding openings. They're out-dueling Astralis in places. I think there's still kind of hope here for G2 to actually potentially be able to close this out. That's Device, 2 rifle rounds in a row, dead in the exact same position up there at Henny.
Blind through smoke. The headshot connects. Temporarily takes down the cannon. But Magis gets his hands on it, so that's only Zipix now with the deagle. Still, that was such a freebie. Cost them barely any utility. No health taken from G2 for the man advantage, and all the time in the world here as well to work. Hunter the front runner. Magis getting the better of him. Swinging the big green. But G2 not going to let him die in vain. Still taking steps towards the A site. We do have Zipix behind sandbags, and he has a smoke grenade in case they Molotov him out, but I wonder if they throw it.
So I imagine they even try to jump up into the sandbags. There's no way they're going to forget about this, right?
You'd think not. There it is. Now he could just buy some time, and he is. The smoke goes down eventually. Zipix 4 HP, back's turn. Zipix starts hitting shots, and he's given a bigger chance. He dives back into the cover of the smoke. But Amanek, he's done a great job of clearing the bomb site in the meantime.
Okay, this is where Nico needs to hold this. They need to communicate and corroborate, right? Here, they know that the player's locked down. They need to secure the bomb with the other one, have him covered. Oh, they're not covering with either, exposing himself to the sandbags.
1v1.
Yeah, and it's just a pure 1v1 for Dupree to win. That was just not... They're barely scraping by on some of these rounds, and like, this is pure autopilot. They throw a Molotov at sandbags, execute onto the site, don't even see if anybody throws a smoke down on the sandbags. Zipix kills a guy and then spams until his deagle runs dry and then hides in the sandbags again and then ends up being the reason they win the round.
Yep.
Communication needs to be way tighter for G2.
Zipix can't even seem to believe it.
Just be a bit more deliberate. It's like, if you're not going to throw the Molotov, then at least Zipix doesn't smoke himself out and he's worried about someone peeking him. If you're going to throw the Molotov, maybe clear the sandbags too. Ultimate tunnel vision here for a G2. And even though, again, they're getting... What? Okay, he wasn't even exposed. That's not even Almanac's fault at all. Just off the sound cue completely.
Okay.
They'll take that.
That makes things look a little bit more ridiculous.
Yeah. But still, I mean, why is he alive at sandbags?
I see you, Zipix. I see you. And I see the struggle for G2 in this round. 2 Deagles, Tech 9. And Hunter's looking to create a bit of space here on the A ramp. Nobody behind sandbags this round. Great grenade. Perfectly timed. Excellent angle. knocks Hunter down to 44. Nico tries a couple wall bangs as his entire team is clumped up here together. Glaive not looking to take a risk here by challenging around the short self. Instead, just kind of peeking it, jiggling, wiggling, looking to stay alive. Deagle contact and a Molotov comes back. Then he gets aggressive. But he can't quite kill anything just yet. Even Magisk's not able to find the opening. But this is still information gathered.
Man, they're so poor. 3 SMGs after winning versus 3 pistols. Only 2, well, 1 rifle, 1 op, 2 rifles for the other side. And utility is a big problem for both sides. Oof. Finally, someone gets killed.
Yeah, matter of time before someone stuck their face where it shouldn't be. Glaive, yeah, he sees those feet. And that's Hunter also taken out of this one. So Nico's AK yet to get into the mix. Nice 3-piece coming through from Glaive. Magisk takes his position as Nexa answers back. This would have to be the ace, and it's just not going to happen. Astralis slowly squeezing the life out of G2 on that A-ramp, giving themselves a 13th round and a solid 5-point lead.
And a ton of SMG kills to boot. This really props their economy up in a big way. They wouldn't have had this many I mean, they're assuming G2 could potentially force back. They wouldn't have bought this many SMGs if they didn't have to. So it was a good opportunity for G2 to get back into the game, but they don't manage it. Honestly, they've done this to themselves a little bit. That first half was more interesting. The second half is a little bit too messy, at least for my liking. And we'll see if it results in anything. But for the meantime, I think Astralis can kind of chill and do what they've been doing. And it's for G2 to see if they can come up with any interesting adaptations. But, yeah.
Astralis having now picked up 8 of the last 9 rounds. It's been a while since we've been able to praise G2. And it shouldn't come in this one either. Full Glocks until I say that. At which point Nico picks up some armored deagles, and they decide to come in with a little bit of a half-buy. Hunter has an AK in the end. A couple flashbangs, just play quick contact towards B. Maybe it works out, but Device, he hits a zinger of a first op shot, even despite being blind. So that kind of takes the wind out of the sails initially for G2. Going to be a very tough spot to recover. Zipix could be exposed, but instead he finds Kenny S off guard. And the bomb's now been thrown out to the open. Hunter's AK makes contact towards middle, but now he's down to 2 health because, again, that op from Device doing significant damage. Hunter and Nico side by side swapping weapons. What feels like an unwinnable situation without bomb control.
Okay, now we switch languages. Don't think there's there's definitely no easy way back in. Just a conclave of CTs and a smoke down to top it off. Dupree on the other side, ready to shoot someone in the back of the head. Oh, okay, unless Nico is aware enough to find him. That's a gun for Hunter if he wants to grab it. 40 seconds up, and let's see. The pre-aim is coming soon. Let's see if it actually results in a kill. No. Zipix will be one better. He's been sharp today. It's 14-8 for Astralis. The round 1, they're so close to the finish line, and it feels like they're just winning the game with the pressure. They're staying on top in terms of communication.
Yep.
They look less shaky in the mid-round. And, yeah, I mean, apart from that, there's ideas from G2. They're trading. Their ability is good. It's just, it really feels like it's the communication that's lacked a lot. And the chaos that Astralis is creating is just kind of the perfect counterplay to what G2 are bringing, especially on these A-ramp hits. I mean, even in B, just wherever they go.
We're getting still a high level of play from everybody in the server. You know, Hunter's a bit of an outlier, but all of Astralis popping off. This is very much the whole package. And Dupree's going to be taking his position down at the base of B. Gets them as they come around the corner. Significant damage, but no kill for Dupree. Flashbang over top of the site. Glaive next at bat. Quickly sweeps Amanek and Nexa under the rug with Magisk by his side. And then they're met by Molotov. So tough spot for G2 to be in. Again, just the comfort here on this map. Very strong CT side from Astralis. A near impenetrable half thus far. Kenny S, poor Kenny S. 30 HP to work with, 1 versus 4 ahead of him. Of the 6 rounds that we've seen from Astralis' CT side, only 1 by way of retake. It's just been a shutdown on all fronts, really.
Yeah, I think this is the most clean round that we're going to see one here from Astralis, like versus a full-on rush up into the B stairs. And this is where it feels like G2 are just kind of releasing the tension a little bit. And like, okay, we need to try something, a change of pace. They did go for a fast A ramp hit and win. One of the few rounds they've won in this half. But now that they turn their attention late towards B after losing a few defaults, it's just a bit too easy for Astralis. And Dupree's damage, while he doesn't get a kill, is very considerable. Softens up the 2 other targets that come in. Kenya scoops one out of the sky, gets spotted, 15 seconds left. There are some threats coming around the corner soon. But yeah, it's hard to say that this AWP alone is going to save the day for them in the next round. If he even gets to save it, it looks like he won't.
7 map points for Astralis to take us to that 3rd. Inferno up next. And you know what the beautiful thing about that is? If we get to Inferno, assuming Astralis close here, that is the map that always goes to overtimes between these 2 teams. Like, if this has been a close series, then that's going to be the closest map.
And G2 absolutely have stepped their game up on Inferno to a point that I say they're competitive with Astralis Vitae. I'm super looking forward to the 3rd map if we go there. Should be the best of the series for sure. Finally, the rematch. I think the #1 thing I was looking for coming into 2021. Here's the opening kill again for Glaive. When it rains, it pours. Device has stopped dying early on. He's gotten the kills. Glaive is now joining him for a high opening kill percentage. Even gets Nico, and it's 5v3 already.
Yeah, 8 T rounds from Astralis in the first half, and now what has been a near impenetrable defense. Flawless stuff coming out of them yet again. This is just G2 getting outclassed on a map that Astralis figured they had their number on, and they were absolutely correct. Amanek and Hunter gonna try and salvage what they can towards this A site, but because of Device's utility, it buys time for the rotate. There are flanks coming through from Astralis. They can smell blood in the water, and they look to chomp down on what's left of G2. But Hunter, he got a frag kill over towards the A site, working with the MP5. 50 seconds left on the clock, completely outgunned and outnumbered. Dupree, at a moment's notice, could swing out for the kill, and that's exactly how this one ends. Astralis, 5 rounds in a row to close. They finish this map on fire, and I think that's safe to say, Mohan, they felt on fire this entire time.
Yeah, this is a very important series, I think, for both teams to prove something coming into the new year, and it's not over yet. Inferno will be a banger, and it's for G2